All right, so if you have a bench press, not a bench vise like I've got here, but a bench press, this will be orientated this way, and then you'll have something like this pushing down to seat the inlet seals. But I have a bench vise, and so I've worked it out to where this is a 11/16, and it goes right around the outsider edge. It fits really good. So I'll just squeeze that in, line it up, get it square, and just drive it in. It's the same thing as a press, only at half the cost. Maybe I'll have a press someday because I want to rebuild pulsation dampener someday, but for now I'm just going to do this. You want to make sure it's not damaging the inner wall here. Make sure it's centered. Give it a good push, and that's it. That's the inlet seals. That's how you do the inlet seals. Tap them out with a 7/16 that fits right in the middle, and you pound them right out. And then when you go to put the new ones in, use an 11/16 socket and just drive them in, just like you saw here a second ago. So we're going to put that on pause. So there's my pump. I got the head. I got the head on. I got these finger tight. These are 13 millimeter. Give that a good tweak. No, I didn't paint this pump. It's got a little scarring here, but it's for the most part pretty damn good. But this pump is from a 2001 pump, and look at that. Clutch is a little bit marred up, but it's got good bones, so that's what I'm going with. Good bones this pump has got. So I brought in some inlet valves, but if you look at these valves, this is the side that's been working the most, and this is the side that has not seen any use whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up with some emery paper, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to flip it. So this is how it was normally, like that. And then I'm going to flip this thing after I clean it up with some emery paper, and this will be just fine for an inlet valve. Alright? And this is just going to be pushing water. It's not going to be commanded to run the chemical injection system at all on this truck. And so that's what I'm going to do. Stand by. Alright, so I clean those up. Looks pretty good, huh? These are the inlet valves. And then the hot cups go in. Gotta find them. Stand by. So I found the hot cups, and they're brand new. And these are 10 millimeter. goes up a hand. This one. And this one. Now there's a little slot here where the cotter pin goes. Line that up. So you get it tight, and then you bring it to the next one where it lines up. Then you're good. That's good. That's good. And in all these kits, they give you like 6 of these cotter pins. They give you way more of the O-rings than you need, but that's assuming that you're just buying the kit that you need. But if I'm in here, I'm replacing everything. Needle nose. If I'm in here, I'm going to replace everything. Try and save a few bucks on some parts. Doesn't make any sense to me. And by the way, the long end goes towards the front, so you can fold it forward. Here we go. There's one. There's a long leg and a short leg. Long leg goes towards the front. Last one. And make sure you get these in here. If you lose them, these have to be in here. That's why they give you 6 of them, because they know some of you guys are going to lose them. Ouch. I just cut my thumb. All right, that's it. So now I'll take the discharge manifold. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on here so it'll slip on here. Oh, and the spacers. Spacers have to go back on. So you put them on, you take them off, and you lay them across a towel or something so you can make sure they go on the same way. All right, so my grease. And this is just some white lithium grease. Just give some lubrication so I can put the head on without struggling. Too much. Bring that out. Here we go. Now the head goes on. So I'm just rotating the clutch just to make sure everything is in there properly. And then throw the nuts on. Now, as I said before, this is a 435 pump, but it only has a 430 head on it. So somewhere along the line, and Butler didn't build it this way, somewhere along the line somebody decided that they were going to put a 430 head, and the 430 head is indicative of this head right here, one single port. And most of you guys, if you're attuned, you'll see a port here, you see a port here. This port here has the pressure gauge and the pulsation dampener on it. This port here has just the chemical injection system pump, the chem pump. And this is the 430 head. It's a 435 pump with a 430 head. So it's a little bit whack, but it'll work just fine. Now I bring these tight, and then I just tweak them just a little bit more, and I know that they're good. Okay, that's tight. Right, that's good. And when I rotate this clutch, I want to hear some sucking action, and I do. So I know this thing's going to pump water. When before it was in the when it was in the truck, it was leaking water under here, and so this guy's from a distance away. I want him to have good service on this pump, not cause rust issues and leak problems. So there you go. Chip's Butler service, and I'm all over it.